Have you?
I think it's a great topic. I think it's one that a lot of people need to hear.
Yeah.
I'm here to learn as much as I am to contribute. So I'll give my insight from my past relationships, but I'm also here to listen and hear what these lovely people have to say because I think that we can all learn from each other. So.
I see Zena smiling next to Devon. So for those, I'm sure most of you guys know Zena, but Zena, she is originally from Morocco.
No, Egypt.
Egypt, girl. I'm so sorry,
close.
girl. Well, anyway, our African sister.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So Zena,
Yes.
please proper introduction.
So I'm originally half Iraqi, half Egyptian. Grew up in Finland my whole life. Became a personal trainer a few years back and a nutritionist, and started to develop this need to help women, especially women who are in the dating scene. Because before I got into a committed, healthy relationship, I was single for many years, and I found it a struggle out there to date. So I became interested in dating advice and coaching people, coaching women especially. Yeah, so that's why I'm here. I'm also here to learn, and I love having deep conversations about relationships because I think they're the simplest, but at the same time the hardest thing to actually understand is relationships and people in general and psychology. So yeah, I'm very excited about today's topic, and I have my own experience as well and knowledge, but I can't wait to hear other people here talking about it and
sharing their own experiences.
Yeah, share and learn as we go. So thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Maggie.
Hey, my
Welcome.
name is. Thank
my
you.
Liberian sister. Did I get that correct?
Yeah, you got that one correct. Yeah, I'm originally from Liberia, but I was born in Ivory Coast. My name is Makeme, as you guys know, aka Maggie.
Yeah.
I'm a fashion designer, and I'm here to learn about toxic relationships and also talk about mine past experience about that topic. So I'm excited to be here today. Thank you for inviting me.
You sound a bit nervous.
I am. This is my first time though. Like I'm always nervous about everything. Even if I'm going out to the club, like, oh my god, I'm so nervous. Like I'm always nervous. So don't mind me.
Come on, guys. I want you guys to imagine yourself sitting with me in the living room, and we're talking about everyday life, basic stuff. Okay? Just imagine yourself like that.
Yeah, it's gonna pass.
So welcome, Maggie.
Thank you
Jersey
so much.
Radio. Enoch.
Hello. Yeah, so
you can't really see Enoch right now, but he dressed himself as a Kenyan warrior.
Looks like a king.
Like a king himself.
Exactly.
All the way from Tampere.
Yeah. So thank you very much. My name is Enoch JC, and Maggie, this is my first time too, and I'm equally nervous as you are.
Oh my God.
But I hope that we will be able to, enjoy ourselves as it goes on. And so, like I said, I'm Enoch JC. I think that I would describe myself as an entertainer. And if you see me in this outfit, it is a Kenyan and Tanzanian traditional wear from the Maasai tribe. And this outfit is coming from Stephanie. So shout out to Stephanie. And shout out to everybody listening to us today. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I hope that we are all going to enjoy today's topic, toxic relationships.
That's everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Enoch is a what? You are awake right now. Okay, guys, let's get to it. We're late. Apologize for being late. I'm not gonna say it's a black thing, but it's a black thing. So we're apologizing for that. So let's get to it, guys. Toxic relationship. I would like to hear from Zena, since you are a coach and a relationship expert. I would love to hear your definition of a toxic relationship.
Thank you, Diana.
Yes.
Expert is a big word.
No, because I believe that, let's just share, sorry that I cut you.
No problem.
You were just saying that you have been through it, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And now
Yeah.
your mission and goal is to help other women
Yes.
how to find their self-worth, know their self-worth,
Yes.
self-value and all that.
Definitely.
So I would definitely call you a relationship expert because me and you have
you.
been through that.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. So I actually was having a conversation with my fiance about the definition of it, and I was telling him like it's hard to define a toxic relationship because every individual has their own definition of what toxic relationship is.
Exactly.
Or there's narcissism, there is trauma bonding, there is trying to control your partner. There's so many levels of toxicity that it's hard to put in a definition. So I didn't come up with necessarily a definition, but I think it's probably easier to break it down to how to define it while you're in it, how to be aware that you're in a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
So yeah, the definition is definitely subjective. It depends on your situation and where you're coming from. But so many people are not aware because victims of toxic relationships usually blame themselves and think it's you, because toxic people definitely have like they're masters at making the victim feel that they're the problem.
They're the problem, exactly.
So yeah, I think the better question is how to be aware that you're in a toxic situation. And I think the best way to be aware, in very simple way to put it, is knowing that you're in a situation where it's not serving you at all. Not spiritually, not physically, not mentally, not emotionally. You're being in a situation when you're not being better.
Yeah.
And your life is not better. That's how you know you're in one. Like that's the simplest way to put it. You're not being served in any way, and your life is not getting better in any way, because relationships should make you better and make your life better,
Exactly.
not worse. So yeah, that's
your definition
that's my,
of yeah. I could totally agree on that. What does Maggie say about that? Do you agree on what Zina
I
said?
totally agree.
Yeah.
with everything she said. She's absolutely right. That they always make you feel like you're the victim and you're always blaming yourself for everything. So she's definitely right. Yeah.
What about you, E?
I also agree with her 100%. I don't have a definition for it because I'm not an expert in relationship. So this is how I can define it in a simple way.
In your own ways.
When the topic came, I happened to speak to my friend who we talk about everything, we joke about everything, we make fun, when we are serious, and then I was like, what is toxic relationship? And like, she tended like, Google it. and the way she said it, you felt it on your chest, right? The moment she said that, I just looked at her and said, you are being toxic to me. And she said, that's the definition for toxic relationship. You didn't enjoy how you felt. And the moment you don't enjoy how you feel, then someone has expressed some toxicity on you. So it became a definition for me easily without going to check from Google because her reaction was the definition.
That's something Devon would say. Google it. Every time I have a difficult question, he's like, Google it. Don't waste my time.
And it was beautiful for me because it made it so easy that I knew what I wanted. Trust me, I have not been in so many relationships. I've been in only one, and it wasn't a toxic relationship. So I cannot sit here to say that I have been in one, I didn't enjoy it. I'm talking about romantic relationship. But of course, toxic relationship has to do with a lot of things. It can be in your family, your friends, your teacher, your boss can be toxic towards you, and you feel that you are incompetent. But it's because of the way and manner you are being treated. You cannot be yourself, your authentic self. And that is also part of a relationship which we have to consider in terms of whether it is toxic to us or not. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. That's a very good point.
Definitely good point. Devon, would you like to add to that?
I would just say, like to just piggyback off of what he said, is that a toxic relationship doesn't have to be a man and woman, or boyfriend and girlfriend, or what you consider a traditional relationship. It can be in your family. It can be a working relationship. So for me, it's a situation where you have to be confident with yourself, because you're gonna be dealing with different people who have different energies throughout life. That's something you cannot hide from or deny, whether it's, like I said, work, family, or a social relationship. So, but my thing is control the things that you can. And what I can control is my behavior. I can control how I react to people. I can't control how people talk to me or deal with me, but I can control how I respond. So I would say that's one of the things that we need to do more, is take more responsibility for how we allow people to push our buttons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Take accountability, basically, you know.
Exactly,
Yeah,
yes.
accountability. Wow, guys. So now that we have defined what toxic relationship means to us, actually I haven't defined, but I agree with Zena, what Zena just said. It makes sense.
It's very hard to define.
When
it,
it's not
yes.
serving you spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you gotta go.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta go.
And toxicity can be very subtle. Not everybody shows it in an abusive way or in
Exactly.
a very obvious way. Toxic people can be very friendly from the outside. Actually, they're very lovable, charismatic, charming people.
That sounds like a narcissistic.
I was just
Yes.
about to say
Yeah.
that. Isn't that like narcissism?
Yes.
Yeah. But narcissism for me is on top of the list when it comes to toxicity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because narcissist people make you feel like you're on top of the world, and then all of a sudden you hit rock bottom. So yeah, when you deal with narcissistic people, you really deal with the best toxic people in the world, because they don't show it from the outside, and many people from the outside, your family, your friends, might think you're crazy, which feeds that toxic situation, because you think you're crazy. You think that, what's wrong with me? Am I the
Am I the
problem?
crazy?
And
Exactly.
it, like Devon said, it could be a man or a woman. Women can be toxic too. We blame men easy for being in a toxic situation, but women also have to take accountability.
It's
like
vice
he
versa.
said.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
define it, know what you're in, and then take action, because at the end of the day, you can never control how people treat you, but you can always control
How you-
yourself and how you respond, like Devon said.
And
So-
what you allowed. Exactly. Yeah.
so definition is hard, but knowing that you're in one is definitely something that you can do once you're aware of who you're dealing with.
Okay. Enoch,
Hello, darling.
you say you've been in only one relationship.
Yes.
And that relationship, how was it for you?
I cannot say that it wasn't sweet. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the moments that I was in it. If I have the chance to be in it again, I will. But we've gone to the state where we know we cannot be together, and that is beautiful. The reason why I'm saying that it wasn't a toxic relationship to me was because the things that one could point as a toxic relationship is not what I felt. The reason why the relationship didn't grow was because we were far apart, and both of us enjoy to be together. So if both of us want to be together and we are far apart, the relationship is on the rock. You understand?
So you were talking about distance relationship.
Yes, that didn't. I can say for a fact that always drew every energy that we wanted to put into the relationship. You know, but apart from that, I really enjoy it, and we are in good terms. We talk all the time, and whether I'm looking forward to another relationship, that is a very beautiful thing. I would want to. Right now, I am in a space with somebody I really enjoy, and I do not want to go through the type that will drain me. I like it. You know, I know you're listening to me.
Yeah,
I cherish you. I love you.
Shout out.
That was so sweet. You were talking about distance relationship, and I actually do have a perfect example sitting next to you right,
All right.
now. I'm talking about Zena and Devon. You know, they were also a distant relationship couple.
We mastered it.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna make a book about it.
Zena, I would love you to share some story about you and Devon, you know, not how you guys met, but like
Yeah, it's a
from
long
there to
story.
now, you know, like what
Yeah, the
was the thing
distance.
that
Okay.
kept you guys?
I agree with you that distance. I'm sorry, your name
Enoch.
Enoch. So I do agree with you that distance is a huge thing, because when you meet the right person in the right time, but then you're not in the right place physically
or mentally.
Mentally, that's
Yeah.
a whole different situation.
Yeah.
But me and Devon, we were very compatible, and it was easy to figure out already when we were dating online first for a few months. Of course, we weren't as committed before we met each other, but once we met each other, I would say in long distance relationship, you have to not see obstacles, and you have to have a plan. Without a plan, it will definitely fall apart. And when I say a plan, meaning the distance cannot last. You have to know, both of you, that this is just a temporary thing, because it's very, very hard. It's sometimes heartbreaking. So me and him, we met during COVID. He's from the US. There's time zone difference. There is
7 hours
8
difference,
hours
8 hours
flights.
Yeah.
There's COVID, so we couldn't even fly to each other. We had to pick a country that allows us to see each other, which was Mexico for us, but that's for another day.
Yeah.
I would say that in long distance, you have to be twice as committed, twice as willing to do it, and as much as there are some cons in it, you have to see the pros. What is the good thing about a distance relationship? You have to come up with, why is it good to be in a long distance? And that was easier for me to do than Devon. But as we discussed it, I told him, look, when you don't have the physical partner next to you, you have to be very creative. So this is going to be fun. Let's be creative. Let's find out what makes us compatible besides the physical, because the problem is I can't touch you, I can't be near you. So what else can we do about it? So we came up with all these rules and things that make the relationship more fun, and it made us bond mentally and emotionally, because all we had is communication. So we worked really hard on making communication a priority, and that's what makes us a good partners now when we're actually living together, because we already have communication.
Exactly, and you already know each other.
Exactly.
You know, your
So
pet
long
peeves and all
distance-
that kind of stuff. So now that you guys are together, it's
Yes.
even bring you guys more closer.
Exactly. And because we already did the hard thing, we already been apart, and we were able to communicate and trust. Trust is a huge thing, guys. If you don't trust your partner, forget about long distance relationship. Is not for you if you don't trust your partner. Because I trusted him 100%, but we still struggled with trust for a little bit, because you just don't see your partner days in and days out, months in and months out. You don't see him, and he don't see you. So trust has to be there. But other than that, it actually makes you bond, and it makes the relationship more special. If people just has the patience for it, it definitely makes the relationship more special. And now we cherish each other's quality time so much, because we know how hard it was to be apart. So he's my best friend. We're never separate. Like, we're always together. We work together. We work out together. So I think that's what I got from being in long distance, and I really love it. I wouldn't do it any other way.
So definitely patient, guys. If you are in long distance relationship, be patient. Keep it communicative. You gotta be communicative and willing to compromise and understand your partner. I was many years ago in a long distance relationship. I also, that's another story for another topic on part 2. But yeah, that's a beautiful story, and I'm so happy to see
Thank
you
you.
and Devon. Devon, welcome to Finland once again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's go back from the beginning, because now that we have defined a toxic relationship, before we go, we're going to take a quick commercial break, play some music, and then I'm going to go to the next topic. Guys, I want to go through red flags. Baby,
episode
where am
about?
I? Where am I? You have? Wait. Joe. Joe, could you come quick?
Can you still hear me though?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
so it's
Wait.
disconnected.
Yeah. Could you please help Zena?
That's so typical me. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah. Let's go back. Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
We're back on live, right?
Yes.
All right, guys. So we're back, and now we're going to talk about red flags on first dates. You know, 2023, the year just started. Some people are excited to find new love. Some people are excited to find a relationship, and some people have been dates and stuff like that, and have experienced some type of weirdness. I can talk on my behalf because I've been I have been on a few dates, and there were so many red flags in that. That's why I felt the importance to talk about it. Like, what are the red flags for guys and females? Because we are different, you know, and we view things differently. But let's say, Devon, before you met Zena, you know, I know you've been on dates, you know, in your previous life. What could you define as a red flag for a lady?
One that jumps out
when you first met them?
Yeah, one of them that jumps out is if she's talking about her ex a lot or previous
On the first
relationships.
date?
Yeah, I'm not even saying that happened to me, but I definitely, that is a red flag. Like, to me, that's something that you don't want to do when you're first meeting somebody, because it kind of shows that they're still hung up on that person.
Yeah.
But it's funny because for me, like, when I think of red flags, it kind of, everything turns back inward. It's very subjective, like Zena said. So I think you have to define for you what is a red flag. You have to define for you what it is you're willing to deal with, put up with at the time, because again, it depends what you're looking for. And I'll give you an example. So when I was super single, right, way before I met Zena, if I was on a date and I was just looking to hook up or just maybe a one night stand or something like that, honestly, the only red flag would be is if I thought she had an STD or something that, you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't really care what she was talking about, because you're, at the end of the day, you're only there for one thing. You understand? Right. So it depends. That's why I say everything depends on you, what you're looking for at the time, and just being true to yourself. Now, if you're on a different journey where you're trying to find a wife, or someone who you want to spend the rest of your life with, or even someone you're trying to get to know, then you have to look for different things. And again, it ties into what you're willing to accept, right? So you have to start with your principles. Know what your boundaries and your principles are, and then go from there. And that's how I would define it and look at it, because certain things that you may see as a red flag, they might not be exactly that, and some things that you don't consider red flags in the beginning might be a red flag. So it sounds a little bit complex because it is, but again, it comes down to the individual and where you're at with your in what headspace you're in and what it is you're looking for. So for me, communication is crucial.
Enoch, you wanted to add something to that?
No. I should talk
Yes.
now. Okay.
What is your definition?
All right. So before I move on to the definition, I know people are already asking why I'm in this. So this Masai Ata that I'm in is for a program in Fontana. DJ Goodblood has an event. It's his birthday bash, and he's moved all the way from Kenya. And so I'm going to be the hype man of the event. So I thought that, look, if I'm going to be the hype man, there's something that has to represent, and this is the representation. So though I'm Ghanaian, I'm wearing an attire which is from Kenya and Tanzania, and so there is no harm. And then number 2, about the topic.
Yes.
Personally, I do not pay attention to red flags on my first date.
So you like Devon said, it depends on your intention on that day.
He's right about that.
Yes.
I do not. The reason is because I am not apologetic. I am the kind who falls in love by first sight.
Oh my God, that's a red flag for me. That's a red flag for me.
It's cool. We are
I
all
have
different.
stories to share. Go on.
The beautiful thing is that I accept that we are all different.
Yeah.
I cannot stop it. My friends who are around me, close friends around me, talk to me about this, but I cannot help it. If I see you and I like you, I like you.
Girls,
I can't.
Ciao, be prepared when you go on.
I cannot run away from that. And the beautiful thing is
I
that
just met one a few days ago. Somebody like you, but I will.
the beautiful thing is that if I want to pursue you, because I like to pursue.
It's like the pursue for
Yeah,
me.
exactly.
If I pursue you, then it means that I really want you.
That
It's
means,
sometimes-
ladies and gentlemen, he means if he chases you.
if I want you,
if he
I'm
wants-
coming for you with everything.
Oh God, run!
The way you see me on stage as a hype man, sweating, shouting, is the same way I'm coming to you with all life.
Yeah, I see.
And so when I'm showing
Yeah,
you
better
the
watch out.
love and you don't accept it, I will withdraw, because not everybody accepts my kind of love.
Yes, you're
And-
not for everybody.
Yes, and I go on different dates. Sometimes I can just meet you and I just like your vibe. I just like the way you're dressed. I say, can we go on a date?
Wow.
Because I just like the
Straight
fact
up.
that you dress so well. We'll go and sit down. So why am I going to look at a red flag? What am I going to look at? I happened to sit with a Kenyan friend, and then she started eating with her left hand. I'm coming from a place, I don't eat with my left hand. Could I say it's a red flag? So I questioned, why do you eat with your left hand? And said, there's no problem. We can eat with our left or right. And I explained that where I'm coming from Ghana, we've associated the left hand to be something else. It's like you're going to use it at the back of yourself. So why do you use it to eat? And then both of us, we started laughing, and I said, look, you've drawn my attention to something. You are eating, you washed your hand. Clearly you've not used your hand for there, at your back. So you can use your left without any prejudices. But because we have been taught that don't use your left to greet, I automatically saw her and I questioned it. But it taught me new things, that we are all different. Someone will come to the table with you to eat with you, and the person would want to be him or herself. And because you are looking for red flag, the wig she's wearing, what she's wearing, I'm sorry. I'm coming to you and I want to see you the way you are. And it's beautiful for me. It's good for me to learn other cultures, good for me to learn other things. So I'm ready to do that.
Okay, but before I go to Maggie, I need to ask both Devon and Enoch this question, okay? Is it a red flag for a guy to go through your phone on the first date?
The what?
Yeah. There's no, honestly,
that
that's
should be
a...
answered by women.
No, because it's a guy who did that. Because I need to know their
that's
own point
crazy.
of view.
That's crazy.
Because I know we women, it's a red flag for us.
Yes.
But how do you guys view that?
That's
a guy.
Super violation of privacy.
Thank you.
And honestly, if he can't trust you and y'all just met, like, I don't even know why you would even continue to a second date after that, because he's pretty much showing his colors. And if he's doing that now,
Did you mean go through his own phone?
No.
Going
Let's
through
say you
her
leave
phone.
your phone, you
Going
go
through
to the
her
bathroom, and then when you come from the bathroom, you see this person going through your phone, your pictures even.
So you can just imagine,
Yeah.
months and years later, if you stay in that toxic relationship with that person, it's gonna be
That's
much
the
worse.
real definition of a toxic
A toxic
relationship.
relationship.
Yeah, that's a no-no. That's
a
crazy.
no-no.
I have another question for you guys. What about after the first date, this guy sent a message that he's in love with you?
Hey,
That should be a red flag, honestly. And Zena could speak more to that, because they call things like that love bombing. When they try to...
I'm an expert.
Please,
Yeah.
please share it. Please share your experience, baby.
Okay,
Go ahead,
so
babe.
Enoch,
Yes.
you said so many interesting things that I want to add on, because yes, to each to their own, and people are different, and it's fascinating that you picked, Diana, you picked two guests males completely different.
They are completely different, and I love that.
I already know
Yeah.
Devon so well, so everything Enoch said, I'm like, Devon is the opposite.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
some girls like the pursuing. That's amazing for some girls, and some girls need it. But again, it depends on where you're at, and it depends on what kind of relationships you've been through and what you consider red flags, like Devon said. So for me personally, moving on too fast is a red flag, because I've experienced that before, and I fell into the trap of, oh, he's so in love with me. I'm talking about sending, like, from a different continent, like he lives in a different continent, send me flowers, send me chocolates, remembering my birthday every morning, good night, good evening,
morning,
good
yeah.
morning, how's your day, you're so beautiful, out of nowhere. And I did not know that there's a thing called love bombing. I'm not saying that every man is like that, but it's something that you have to pursue with caution, depending on the type of woman you're dealing with. Some women love it, and if it's coming from the heart, like Enoch, this is your energy, this is your personality. And weirdly enough, I'm like you. I'm a pursuer. I love to tell the man that I'm with that I want them and I like them, and I did that with Devon. But Devon pursued a relationship with so much caution. I felt safe, and I felt in a space where I can express myself, because everything was moving slow for me. So yeah, pursuing relationships too fast when I'm a grown woman, I know what I want, I'm in my 30s, it can be a little scary for me, because I'm not in my early 20s anymore. I don't want to jump into things that can
You gotta
can
take
hurt
your
me.
time, exactly.
Yeah, so red flags really depend on where you're at life, but I'll give females one advice, and that is know yourself very, very well, and know your standards before you even go on a date. Because what I see with women all the time, women that I talk to, women that I coach, that they don't really know what they want from a man. So when a man comes in and offers himself, she's confused. She doesn't know what she wants.
I
If
think
he's
some of
hot,
them know, but some of them lower their standards because they
Then
think
they
they cannot
don't
do
know.
better. Yeah.
then they don't know.
That's
because
true.
if you
There's
know
lack
your
of
worth,
self-worth then.
yeah, if you know your worth, that is exactly knowing yourself, knowing your worth, knowing what you can put up with, and just stick with that.
Yeah.
Women don't stick with that. They go up and down. They confuse men, and then men at the end of the day is like, what did I do wrong? You wanted me to pursue you, I did it. Now you're acting hot and cold. Like women, I'm not just saying that only women do that, but I see a lot of women not really clear on what they want, and sometimes it's because they're afraid to lose the guy.
I think it's also vice versa when it comes to that
Of
topic.
course, if you're
Yeah.
confused, that's definitely a red flag.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be confused. If
Yeah.
you're both adults, you know what you want, there's no confusion. So confusion is a big red flag. So know what you want before you even go on that first date. And then when you go, like Enoch said, have fun. Because you know what you want, you know what you can put up with. And first date, it's really hard to get to know a person from a first date.
It is.
My first date was 3 weeks with this man, so I know, like I already knew what I needed to know.
Yeah, you
for
talked
a
with
first
him for a
date.
while before you.
But normal people on a first date, you cannot really know that much. You have to give it some time.
That's true.
But if you know your standards, you're fine. Just go with it, have fun, and see. Let people show you who they are.
And believe it, when people show you who they are in the first date, believe
Believe
that.
it.
Yes.
Believe that.
Yes.
That's right.
Maggie, you want to add something to that?
Like, then how am I going to top that? Like, she just
Said it all.
said it all. You
She
gotta
said it up,
just-
but I know you had some. I know you had some few days that you
So
know,
I
like
mean,
you said,
just
no.
talk about your experience. Like,
Yes.
what do you think?
Personally, I
Personally.
think red flags is it depends, like Devon said, what you want from that date, and you should be specific to that person. Of course, before you go on a date, you guys probably have conversations and stuff. You should let the person know what you want. So for me personally, red flags is asking me to Netflix and chill after, you know.
That is one.
That's
that's
definitely
a
one.
no for me, because for me, I'm the type of person, I'm looking for a relationship, I'm looking for love, I'm not looking for no Netflix and chill. Like, I don't know what's going on with this generation these days with
So you
Netflix.
want like quality time, getting to know somebody.
Yes, man. I'm such a romantic person, and I like to be
Traditional.
like you said.
Yeah.
And traditional, exactly.
I think you like to be pursued, but you don't like to be like if.
Don't tell me you love me after the date, though.
Yeah, but let's say if Enoch would pursue you right now, like the way he just described himself, like an angry lion, how would you take that?
Ooh.
Maggie, can I tell you something?
What's up?
First of all, I like your outfit.
Wow, he started already.
Secondly,
Tell me more.
can we go on a date?
Oh, they put you on the spot right now.
Wait, are we doing this right now, or is this part of this whole?
No. He's actually asking you right now.
But why you gonna put me on the spot like that on radio, like live radio?
So let me tell you, like I told you, if I'm asking you for a date, and it is a romantic date,
Yeah.
I will tell you. If it's not a romantic date, I will tell you.
This is one thing I want men to know, though. Some women don't want to be like, okay, you asked a woman out to, let's go for dinner. Don't ask her where do you want to go, or
who's gonna pay?
Yeah, no. I like a man with a plan. Like, tell me, okay, get ready by this time we're going here. Ooh,
Yes.
I'm all in. But don't be asking me what do you want to eat. Are you gonna pay? No. Just plan it, and I'm there. And trust me, you're gonna have fun with me. But if you make me do everything, then
You decide everything.
yeah,
plan
it's-
everything.
I guess that's the red flag for me as well. Like,
So
I
you
know
want-
personally what kind of man I want. I want a man who takes control, and a man who knows what he wants, and somebody who takes the lead. I'm like a
leader.
traditional African woman. Like, I want a man to be the leader. Like, you be the
Maggie.
leader. And, yeah.
Let's go and sit down.
Enoch, you know what? There's not time. That's not the time right now.
Don't put me on the spot like
For me, let me
that.
tell you, it's a
Enoch, this is a red flag right now.
wait. It's not a romantic date. Personally,
Okay.
I like the vibe. I like the way you express yourself.
Okay.
I like the way you are able to say what you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And such a person, I wouldn't want us to end from just a radio show. I want it like
Then you
more.
have to always you have to define that with a different word than date. Figure out a different word.
Maybe
for it.
if you want
Let's
me,
go out
if you want
for
me to,
drinks.
if you want me to say
Yeah, out for
hangout, I'll
drinks.
say hangout.
Hangout,
yeah.
If you want me to
Hangout,
say hangout, I'll
definitely.
say hangout.
Yeah.
Because for me, the moment we plan to do something, it's a date.
Yeah.
We plan to come here, it's a date. But what we are doing is
We are on a
discussion.
date
It's
right
not
now.
food. It's a date. Exactly. When I go on a program to do something and I meet someone, I like the vibe, we just dance and I enjoyed it. Can we go and sit down and eat? It's moved from dancing in the club to now eating to get to know the person, and it's nothing sexual.
Yeah.
And that is beautiful for me, because I also want to have personal relationship with people without
get
any
it.
sexual, thingy.
That's what's up. I get it. Definitely get it. Oh, one more advice for my brothers out there. Stop telling girls you just want to be friends when you know you want more than that. Like, just stop. just stop, okay?
Oh my god, that's a good one, man.
Yeah, like, I don't like that. Like, oh, okay.
Straightforward.
I'm like, okay, if somebody comes up to me and be like, can I have your number? I'm like, nah, I'm in a relationship. Sometimes I might just say that I'm in a relationship because I'm not interested. And then you be like, but we can be friends. If I wanted to be friends, yeah, I will be looking around for friends. I'm not looking for friends. You know what you want from me. Don't be acting like, I hate guys who pretend to
Thank
be your
you.
friend
That's a good point.
just to get into your pants as soon as they know the boyfriend is not there no more. That's betrayal. That's
Yes,
betrayal for
yes,
me.
yes,
I
yes.
can't stand
But Maggie,
people like
there's
that.
two ways to think about that. You can have them as friends, just not because you know what
Like
you
in
want.
your back pocket, yeah.
Yeah, you know what you want from them at the end of the day, because
For me, I can't do that because I believe that somebody's meant for me, we're gonna meet again. That's always, I tell them the same thing. Like, listen, I'm not interested right now, but listen, if you're meant for me, we're gonna meet again. So I don't like
totally
to keep
agree,
somebody in the
actually.
back pocket
Yeah.
just to give them hope for no reason.
I totally agree. And
Yeah.
like, we have a whole topic about friendship between female and males.
Oh,
Because,
yeah, and how women are
I
friend
think he
zone
has a
men.
lot
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
Has a lot to say about that, because we've been through that in our relationship, and we have different opinions and sometimes similar opinions about it. But I agree with Maggie. It's hard to be like, it's hard to go to a girl and the girl knows you're attracted to me, and then when you can get her phone number or you can get a date with her, you say, can't we just be friends? Like, be real, first of all.
Yeah, come up with something else.
And,
Exactly.
yeah, come up with something, or just be honest.
real, be real.
honest. Yeah. So yeah, I think I totally agree with her. That's not something that's gonna actually get you anywhere with a girl, because girls definitely know, like girls who say no, I have a boyfriend, she definitely knows that you're gonna be in a friend zone forever, or you're not gonna be anything at the end of the day in her life. So either way, you're losing. Just be honest. Maybe you can get somewhere with honesty. But yeah, I agree with you 100%.
I think
And then they
most
get mad
men's-
when you friend zone them. Like,
Because
I don't
most
get it.
men are very sensitive. They can't take rejection easily.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact that men don't really discuss or divulge, is that we are very sensitive.
Very sensitive.
Are
We
you
act
though?
really
Yeah.
tough and masculine, but we don't like rejection.
No, they hate rejection.
And our egos are very fragile. So
Talking about rejection, I need to ask this question to Devon and Enoch. Because when guys want a girl, they put all the effort in that first time. You know what I mean?
Not
After
the chase.
Not
the
necessarily.
chase.
Yeah.
After the chase, the girl, after they get what they, the girl, and then they're more or less interested. You know what I mean? Why is that?
oh, you
They
mean
are
it dies
hunters.
down and starts?
Zena, before you answer, I need a male perspective. I need a male
He can
perspective.
actually answer it because
Okay,
we had
Zena.
this
I want to
conversation
answer
before.
Please.
for him.
Please
Yeah, he
answer.
knows.
Please.
So every day, this man, I tell him that you're the only man who gave me so little in the beginning. And as we go, you give me more and more and more
That's
and more.
correct.
And
Yeah.
that's the only man who did that.
Yeah.
Every man I knew gave me
The
everything
opposite.
in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then as we go, he's giving me less
Less and less,
attention, less love. And I'm like, where did he go? Where did
What
the man
happened?
that I met go?
Yeah.
And guys, like brothers out there, don't put in that much effort right in the beginning, because then the girl will expect that from you all the time, and then when you do less, you will disappoint her. I'm gonna let him continue, but Devon is definitely the opposite.
The
He
opposite.
doesn't do the pursuing, he doesn't do the flowers and all that. Like, I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying that
He's taking his time.
he takes his time and
Mysterious.
he makes it like earned. You're gonna earn your place. But once you earn your place, girl, once you're in your heart, in his heart,
Yeah.
I'll do
that's it.
anything for you at
He
that
treats you like a queen, and I think that's the best thing about him, that he shows me every single day something new, something sweeter, something better. But in the beginning, no, there was no chasing. There was an adult who wanted to get to know you, but it was very chill, very cautious. And to be honest, it confused me for a little bit until I knew why is that. So again, girls, not all guys do the pursuing thing, and that doesn't mean he is not interested in you. It might just mean that he values himself and he takes his time. He's
Yeah.
just not like every guy.
Yeah.
Again, people are different, but I'm gonna definitely, I want your opinion on this.
But
I'm sorry.
it
I
seems like y'all
answered
never
for-
get bored. Then it's always
never.
that's
It's never boring. We've been together for
It's nice.
1.5 years, and we still talk for like 8 hours nonstop, and we don't even know where we began. Like, and again,
yeah.
that's because
You guys are on the same page.
and great things take time.
Exactly.
Yes.
Some girls expect too much too soon, and it's not always realistic, because a guy has a life, has career, has family.
So that what do you mean by too much too soon? Can you break it down?
The pursuing part. So there are guys who are like Enoch, who loves to show that, hey, I'm interested, I'm here. But again, I would love to hear Devontae, like, his opinion. I don't want to speak for him, but from my own experience with him, he was the kind of guy who says, okay, I'll meet you, I'll take a step if you take a step too, because I don't want to put in too much effort too soon into a girl who is not necessarily deserving my energy, deserving my attention, especially coming from New York, a big city, too many single people, and every girl expects way too much too soon.
somebody would take that as offense. But I like the way you talk it, and you're like, okay, I understand you, you know, so I'm here with you, and whenever you're ready, I'm ready too. Because some people would definitely be offended by that.
Yes.
So,
and
you think I don't deserve your energy, right? Oh, you don't. Yeah.
I could have gone like, I'm the queen of the world. and
Exactly.
he's supposed to come pick me up.
Because
and
that's
he's-
how people think these days.
Yeah.
But he's a gentleman. It's not like he's not. He's a provider. He's a gentleman. He would spoil you on a date, but he takes it easy.
I
He
think
needs
what it
time.
was with Devon, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I think because you know mans, you know when somebody's real, like authentically real,
Yeah.
and somebody messing around with you. With Devon, I think you had a sense of feeling like, you know what, this guy,
Intuition.
this guy
Yes.
could be, he's a good guy. You know what I mean? He's worth the wait. He's
Yes,
worth the effort.
Definitely. You're
And
correct.
that, yeah, so that's why you were patient enough
100%.
to understand him, to go in his pace,
Yes.
because he's worth it.
Yeah.
And look at that, 1.5 years later.
And women are more
Yeah.
intuitive, guys. Women, that's why we bear children. We're very intuitive. So if a girl listens to her intuition,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she will know. And I'm
So
not saying your
true.
intuition, your best friend and your mom and your sister. No. Your inner
Instinct,
voice.
your
Yeah.
instinct, yeah, your inner voice
You
telling
will
you.
definitely know.
But then
That's
some people
true.
have more than few inner voices. So which one they should really listen to? They have the one that says,
I think
Forget
that's called
him.
multiple personality.
Yeah.
Multiple personality disorder.
It's actually from outside voices, Diana. That's a very good point. I
Yeah.
used to listen to too many people.
yeah,
Even when me and you, like,
We
the
had this
time- The
conversation.
time when we met, yeah.
yeah,
I kept one person, maybe two tops, that I go to for advice. But other than that,
Yeah.
I stopped listening to what people tell me, because every girl has her own experience, and your family or friends want to protect you, so they will give you different insights. And that's when you hear too many voices in your head. If you quiet the voices, which means don't go to anybody for advice, you'll listen to your own inner voice, and it's always right.
And
but
stay
I
away
would
from
love
social
for you
media.
to share with the viewers what the conversation that we had when you were going through kind of misunderstanding with Devon.
Yes.
What was the communication that me and you had?
Yeah. So when I came to you,
Yeah.
So I was talking to Devon for like 3 months at the time,
Yeah.
but it was very slow, again, because he is on the other side of the world. We didn't know, everything was uncertain. And every girl would consider it a red flag when a guy stops texting for a week, right? Or 10 days.
Yeah.
That's a red flag
Yeah.
right there. For me,
Yeah.
that's a red flag. I immediately would be like, okay, he met somebody else. Someone easier, just more convenient. I don't take it personally. But of course I was sad. So what happened is that he stopped texting, and I came to Diana, and we had a conversation, and I remember Diana telling me, what do you think? Like, what is your intuition? And I told her, I really believe that he's a good guy. He's decent. He just doesn't play games. But he's just not communicating with me the way I want. So there was no reason for him to disappear. And Diana said, wait, he will show you eventually. You'll know, like, eventually what's going on. So just wait it out. And I was like, I think it's over. I'm just gonna let it go.
You are,
And
you were already
yeah.
like done, and
Yeah, I'm like 3 days is max.
Yeah.
I'm done with guys after 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna block him, but he's gone from my life.
Yeah.
And Diana said, no, if you really believe that he's a good guy, just wait. When he comes back to you, ask questions. And that's exactly what happened. Devon did show up, texted me. There was a situation going on in his life, and we had a conversation about it. And I was totally honest that this behavior, for me,
It's not
it's
acceptable.
not acceptable. You
Yeah.
need to communicate with me better.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then we did move on, and many miscommunications happened through the long distance.
Yeah.
But every time I demand communication from him, like, please talk to me, let's have a conversation about it. And at some point he was like, I don't like to have negative conversations, like, let's keep it fun. But I told him, you know what, hard conversations will have to be a part of our relationship.
It builds the relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah, it
We
makes it
can't
stronger.
always just have fun. So you're gonna have to face really discomfort sometimes
Yeah.
to move on, and that's
Yeah.
what happened. So yeah, Diana definitely had also a feeling about this guy.
No, I did had a good film because you talk
Yeah.
all you talk about good things about him, you know.
Yes.
So we ladies, especially us, you know, we gotta be patient with the people that we like. If you know they're worth it.
Yep.
As you can see, Zina is here living her happy ever after.
Amen to that.
It is possible, girls. Yeah.
I wanted to hear Devon's the question that I asked earlier before Zina took over.
What was the question?
Oops.
Everybody's just been commenting on it.
No, the question was I was asking about the guys normally when they want something they
Pursuing.
they pursue that.
Yes.
And the chasing
They
part.
chase the girl so hard after they have secured, you know, after they have, you know, have sexual intercourse or whatever they did, and then they show less interest. Why is that?
So it's funny because Zina and I have spoken about this before, and that typically has to do with the power dynamic shifting. So yeah, men are hunters, and we'll be on the hunt until we get what we want. So once a man, and I'm not saying this is all men, but a lot of men, once he does get to sleep with a woman, he has conquered her. Now the power dynamic has switched. The woman had it before she gave up the sex, and now she's kind of lost it because he's gotten it. So you won't see him try as hard because he's already gotten what he was after.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, that's typically what you see, and why you see a lot of effort in the beginning, very high effort, and then very low effort afterwards.
But does it mean that they just wanted that thing only, you know?
Some men should, yeah. I mean, it depends again on how you meet. I think online dating has gotten to the point where people are expecting Netflix and chill. They want the quick hookup. They want instant gratification. They don't want to wine and dine you or take you out. They just want to hook up, and some women are willing to do that. So
go to Tinder. Damn.
I think that, see, my opinion is that women will, you set the bar. So you guys have more control than you realize.
Yeah.
If women say, I'm only gonna date men who are working on self-improvement, who are generous, loving, and kind, then you will see men exhibit those traits. But when you have women saying they want guys who make 6 figures, 7 figures, and all they care about is money, then you're gonna get those kind of guys who only show you that, hey, I'm making the money that you want. So you guys can actually. Men are willing to do whatever. Honestly, you know what I mean. I might be letting a secret out, but it's true. Men will do whatever you want us to do. We will do to get you. Because look at it this way: a man with $1 billion, he still wants women. He still goes on dates. He still pursues women. It's not like it ever stops. Whether you have a lot of assets, a lot of money, or not, the chase is always the women. That's something that men are programmed to do. It's just genetically in us. That's what we want. We desire women. So whether we have a job or we're whatever, like I said, if you have a lot of money or don't have any money, you still want women. You guys are still the prize. So you guys can dictate to us what it is we have to show you and what it is we have to do in order for us to get you.
So basically, it's like forever. It's a forever thing, because guys, even though you're married, having a relationship, but still you'll have this mindset of, you know.
Well, I get the question clearly. I think that
Okay, go on.
So while I say that I like to pursue, there's this part of me too that is also ready to see if the one I'm pursuing is interested in me. Just imagine you are pursuing something and the other party is only a recipient.
Yeah, it just drains your energy.
And for someone who is love at first sight, shows interest, wants to do everything, you know, make sure that your love language is met, and there is no sign of my love language being paid attention to, I'll lose interest.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's like draining energy, and it's like you're just giving, and the person is taking and not giving anything back. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
So, like I said, if I'm pursuing somebody I'm interested in, I'm not doing that because I want the person to love me and kill herself for me.
It's who you are. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, E and Maggie, we're gonna go quick break and then we're gonna come back.
Yeah.
Okay,
Music break,
cool.
okay?
All right.
So many reasons where I'm
I'm so sorry, guys. What happened?
I don't want to retire with my love. See all the little good things you do, they make me no. This distance is taking a hold of me for sure. Baby, come. I want to make me dance. Oh, girl, I want to make you low. I feel like make you low. Oh, no. I want to make me dance. Oh, no. Girl, I want to make you low. Oh, no. I feel like make you pull over. Come on, pull over. Should be not these kind of things where they make man see ya. And me, I understand. Say your dad know like me, rara. See me, I won't make you know. Say me there for you, cara. And if not, the price be that. I feel like to see ya. I never traded you for nothing. This love will make me the jackpot shit. Without you, I never do nothing. Without you,
yeah, that was a toxic and relationship. Diana Munsari. If you having a toxic relationship, anything that is going on in your relationship, you can contact this program. There's a lot of people going through certain things in life, and they don't know the solution. Yes. All right.
So many reasons where I want it for you, my love. Now you want to return with my love. See all the little good things you do, they make me no. This distance is taking a hold of me.
Yeah, Diana, I'm gonna read your text message very soon. She's just trying to put some certain situation under control. She gonna be back very soon. I'm just stepping in just for a minute for her. You listen to Live Jazz Radio.
Should be not these kind of things where they make man see ya. And me, I understand. Say your dad know like me, rara. See me, I won't make you know. Say me there for you, cara. And if not, the price be that. I feel like to see ya. I never traded you for nothing. This love will make me the jackpot shit.
You listen by closer. This is the toxic and relationship show. Chat with Mix Day. And it's very interesting topic, you know.
Sabi girl no dey too like talk. Animals dey in human form. Body man nobody like walk, but you must hustle if you want job. You no finish they won't fight us. If them they run them no fit catch up. I know they form say I too righteous. No con they form say you too like us. You no get the time for the hate and the bad energy. Got my mind on my money. Make you dance like broccoli. Steady green like broccoli. Steady on my grind, oh yeah, what they want telling me. Could deny my fantasy. They want to check if my tap ain't no wrong. But it they rush very well, it be much. Now gotta make my tap it they rush. It kind money we touch. Yeah, it they rush well, it be much. No be hype, everybody they crush. There's no darling with us.
He's trying to get you there
Me
slowly.
jackpata, I dey go Ghana. We never thought you dey from papas. Which kind money we never see before. Cause hello me, got me feeling I'm the one. Ade. Can never take my cake away. Ade.
Let's go.
I just gave
Let's go, E. Joe, you gonna join us?
time for the hate and the bad energy. Come on, my money. Make you dance
Diana,
like
come on.
steady green like broccoli.
How many minutes?
On my grind, oh yeah, what they want telling me. Could
All right.
deny my fantasy. They want to check if my tap ain't no wrong.
Did it rush? Yes, ladies, welcome back to Jazzy Radio. I'm your host, Miss D. I have bad news for you guys. Unfortunately, Zena and Devon had to leave due to family emergency. And of course, We have the boss, Joe, in the building. Take over. Joe is being modest right now. He doesn't like to be called boss, so I'm gonna just call him
Really?
DJ Joe in the building. Welcome to our.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's a great show, and I think this is a very healthy one. And I think people have to learn because there is so much intelligent people, which also they are intellectual people here that trying to fix a time and just sit on this platform and share their views and opinions concerning this toxic relationship. So if you are watching or listening live on JC Radio, JC live stream on Facebook and or YouTube, there's a time that you really have to take note and also understand the kind of relationship that you are in or you're about to enter. So this basically a very, very important topic, and I think this has to be something like it have to be in an episode.
We're gonna have part two. We're gonna
Yeah.
have part two of the episode, and also I would like to point it out that we are not experts, relationship experts. We are here to share our own experiences on toxic relationships and so on. So if you're out there, looking for some expert, we're not, but we have been on many dates and many relationships. So please, if anybody can give you advice, take it from us. Anyways, Joe, you were here earlier listening to what Zena and Devon had to say about their own definition of toxic relationship. I wanted to ask you your own definition of what you think is a toxic relationship. I know you're gonna laugh about this, but I would love to hear your own response.
You know me, I always go opposite.
Yeah.
This is, I don't know. I'm one person that experience is something that I don't really take notice of.
Has your relationship always been so flawless, so loving and nice?
Nah.
So,
okay. In my relationship, I'm always the one that always love most. I'm one person that when I'm attached to somebody, it's pretty difficult because you
give
probably,
your all.
Yeah, probably you give me the reason to leave you, but in other hands, I'm thinking that if I leave her, I have treated her badly or something. Like I skip.
So you're devoted. You're kind of devoted when you're in a relationship.
Yeah. Like let me give you this scenario of me and Aya's mom. Upon everything that happened, and
so for those who don't know who is Aya, is Joe's daughter.
Yeah. It's just my mom.
Yeah.
So when I got the divorce paper, I didn't sign it for 9 months. Even still, she divorced me. I still was trying to see if she can make an amends.
So you were hopeful.
I was hopeful, but
so you're like a hopeless romantic kind of.
Yeah, that's why if I forget about you, or when I'm done with you,
you're done.
I'm done. Trust me. It's pretty. If I see you just like
air.
Random, person.
Yeah, that's a Sagittarius energy right there.
I'm just right. Yeah, I was just like, I'm just saying, I will give you my all from my head to my toe.
That's
everything.
the kind of person that I am.
Yeah,
that's why it's very difficult. So, and secondly, I don't really pay attention to things that you do because, my father would say that things you don't see doesn't hurt you. So I prefer to trust you, but if you prove to me that this is what you're doing physically, and I got to know it, that this is what you are doing behind my back, and there's evidence, of course, there's evidence. But I don't go and say, okay, let me go to our Facebook page, let me see what is going on. Nah.
So what I'm getting straight is like you go all in. Full trust, full love, everything, because until the person proves you wrong.
Yes. Until the person disappoints him.
But even if they disappoint you, still stay though.
It depends the scenario.
You know what? I think Joe is the kind of guy who have a forgiving heart. He thinks about the past.
Yeah, there's one relationship that I'm not a violent person. No matter how you do, you never get me. I always prefer to leave you home and just go out and take fresh air. If I come home, there's one way I put my violence in, just to ignore you.
Oh, the malice treatments.
Yeah.
Silent treatment.
Yeah.
Silent treatment.
That's
Yeah.
no,
That's one of my best qualities, guys.
Oh, I cannot.
Yeah.
I can.
Silence treatment, that's the worst.
You
That's
must
the
know.
worst.
You know,
Fair.
if I come, the woman is like just babbling like a hot water.
Nagging.
You can also nag. Women, God have created them that way.
To nag?
Not to nag. I'm not saying that. Nag is no, it's natural. Every woman, every woman.
They complain.
Yeah, they complain. So,
Yeah, so that
but
one
there are
is-
certain things you as a man you have to stand. As a man. You don't have to. I don't run away from my problem. That's not what I mean. No, ignore you means that if you are violent, I will not touch you because I wasn't brought up to touch a woman, to beat a woman or to lay my hands. You understand? But I rather ignore you. Do your things. When you are done, I calm you down and talk to you.
Okay, Joe, I'm
Patience
sorry
or-
to cut you off. Please, I need you to define your definition of a toxic relationship before you
Okay.
continue that
That's
topic.
why I was saying that
Yes.
I give you a list opinions that I've never been in dates and all those things. If I see the person is click one time, I'll tell you how I feel. I don't have to see any red flags. I'm not interested of those.
Is it a
things. I know
Ghanaian
you
thing? Is it a Ghanaian thing? Because Enoch was saying the same thing also.
Exactly.
He doesn't care about any red flag. Is it a Ghanaian thing or
But maybe
what?
it's a definition
The question
of red
was
flag.
Yes.
The question was
Yeah.
red flags at first date.
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
That was the question.
That was the
answered
question,
them.
Yeah.
but I wanted to hear Joe's definition of a toxic relationship.
Yeah, that's what I'm
We're
saying.
not talking about red flags. Your
Okay.
own definition.
Okay,
Yes.
if you are a woman or you are a man, then like the previous interview said that your guest panel says,
yeah.
I listened a lot and I learned a lot. And if you're a man and you went on first date with somebody, and I think the only thing you need to note, you have to notice from the both side, or I'm responding to both.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have to pay attention to every single details, because ones can come in different dimension that you have to be attentively. So if I'm on date on somebody on the first time,
My love, I'm so sorry. Listen to me.
yeah,
Answer this question.
I will come there. I know your question.
He's always telling stories.
No. Before you go there,
He goes
Yeah.
to the
answer
point.
first the definition. How simple is that? Define to me what in your mind is a toxic relationship. A toxic relationship. Let's say Maggie and Enoch, they're dating, right? And then Enoch is not being attentive or showing love or whatever. Do you think that a toxic relationship? That
That's
define-
why I give you different type of scenario.
No.
You
I
understand?
want from your own perspective.
From my
your own experience.
Let's say if somebody
Yes.
beats you up,
Yeah.
or somebody who is always making you feel like you're less than a man, or somebody,
What is a toxic
something
relationship?
that hurts you. That
no, listen, the word toxic.
Maybe
all right.
he's not gone through that.
No,
No.
Yeah, maybe he has,
Listen.
but he just haven't focused on
I
it.
think that's why I say it's a Ghanaian thing, because Enoch said he
You're
hasn't
so
gone through
forgiving, I
that.
guess.
Yeah.
Okay. If
guys are so
no,
forgiving.
but if you are in a
Like, forgive and
relationship,
forget.
Yeah.
if you're in a relationship verbally, if you're in a relationship verbally, words are coming out,
Yeah.
and which is in inappropriate words, those are toxic. Because I see every situation whereby I'm not going the way. I don't want to
Verbal
say
abuse.
things. I'm always on the opposite side. I don't want to say things because I know that because one time I say something, the people tag me, and so I
But
want.
this is a radio. We are free to say our
We are
mind.
free to say. So
please
I want
speak
to
up.
advise
Yes.
people, in other hands, also to put it straight. If you are in a relationship and you see your other person is, using abuse, or all those things are toxic, because toxic doesn't mean that someone have to beat you alone, or even like
Of course,
Verbal
abusive.
abuse.
Of course,
So-
but yeah.
Go ahead.
yeah, microphone. The fifth one,
Oh, where is it?
fifth, number 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, up and bottom. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Diana in the building.
AKA Princess Diana.
Princess Diana,
Yeah.
not Miss D though, but Princess Diana. Yeah, I can hear you.
First of all, I think between toxic and abusive. Because I think toxic is one thing and abusive is
another thing.
Is
That's
another
true.
thing.
Yeah.
We can be in a toxic relationship and the both of us are toxic. And this is about when you are in a relationship and he's beating you up and everything. This is an abusive relationship because you can see that he's literally abusing you and you cannot leave the situation. But I think toxicity is more when you cannot identify what is the problem or what are we going through. Why can't I leave this person?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I think.
She came in with a bang.
She did. Yeah, she definitely.
That is the reason why I'm saying I haven't experienced that. Because there isn't any situation where, well, I am not abusive. I am dramatic, but I'm not abusive.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
There is no situation where I am like, what is this? And I can't leave and I'm still in it.
Right.
It has always been fruitful. Of course, there are bad times and good times. But that's why you made it so clear. Like, you've been abused, you enjoy it, but toxic is making you feel like, what is this? I cannot tell anybody, but I'm enjoying some part.
And both of you can be toxic though. You can be both of you doing stuffs like, okay, we beat each other.
No.
Oh, you Googled it.
I disagree with you because that's why I'm saying that we have to be practical here. When we are saying things, there's thousands of people who are going to view this, and it has to be educative, right? So when you are saying this and you give a two different circle of definition of this topic, because if we
it's not
read
just
here,
one thing.
it's not just one thing. It's a whole umbrella. You understand? Contain violent, because like you can read from here. It tells you so many things. Before I always say something, I always want to be sure. You understand?
Okay, speak your mind, speak your truth.
What did I do?
Yeah. No, if somebody can talk wise, you can go. Maybe if I read it, probably you said that I've added. So I want you to just
Not really.
But I don't know. I can give you a very good example. For instance, jealousy can be toxic, but it's not always abusive. I can be jealous and not being abusive. Jealousy can be on my mind, but me making you feel bad from my jealousy, it's abusive. But me being toxic, me being jealous or over jealous, it can be toxic because it's something that is doing bad to me in my own relationship. It's making my own relationship hard, but I'm not showing it to you. I'm not telling you. But abuse comes when my own jealousy makes you feel uncomfortable in the relationship too. You cannot go out. You cannot wear that.
Yeah, but the word said it means when the other partner makes you feel. It doesn't tell what you feel.
I don't feel
What the other
Whatever
side
you feel,
makes
you're gonna reject it on that person. Because if you're in a relationship, even though you're trying to be not jealous, but at some point it's gonna show.
Okay. Okay, let's put the scenario that you are not in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Then you feel what you want to feel. You jealous of certain things that they are not probably relevant. You understand? So how do you call that?
I didn't understand.
Say it again.
Okay. Let's assume that you are not in a relationship,
Okay.
right?
Let's assume that you are not in a relationship. Yes.
Just assume that you are not in a relationship, okay? And you are jealous of something, right? And you feel horrible.
Something or something.
No, just something, that you are jealous of. So how do you call that? I want to know.
It's jealousy. We call it jealousy. I'm jealous and I'm hurting myself for my own jealousy. But for the moment I make the person feels bad
guilty
for
about your own
my
jealousy.
own feelings.
Yeah,
this is
that's
abuse. I'm abusing the other person for making him feel bad for my own feelings. I'm insecure. I can be insecure and not showing you that I'm insecure. Then I'm insecure. But because of my own insecurities, if I start putting you in a position where you start feeling bad or telling you like, you cannot go out, you cannot have friends, I'm abusing you because of my own feelings. This is when the abuse starts. But by just feeling, I can be toxic.
Okay, let me give you the scenario here.
Google is not always going to tell you how you feel.
Yeah, but it's the answer. Everyone goes there.
But I mean, I think it's like
Google is the answer, but I think from your heart, personal experiences.
Because what's toxic for me, it might not be toxic for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to know your own perspective, because they already gave their own perspective on what toxic.
I think it's just the fact that he just wants to see the best in
I can
everybody.
say for me, what toxic for me when I am with a guy.
Beautiful.
when I'm with a guy and the guy is trying to limit me, you know what I mean? Because when you're in a relationship, you have to grow together with your partner. Your partner needs to support you in anything that you do. You know what I mean? But when you feel like you're being limited, like Diana just said, that when somebody is jealous, they're projecting that jealousy towards you so that you can act abusive towards the other partner. That's toxic to me. Toxic abusive relationship. Okay. So if you know that, for those people who are in a relationship, you don't know if that relationship is toxic. The signs are, if you know that you're with that person, the person is not helping you grow mentally, spiritually, emotionally, you got to check that relationship, no matter how many years you've been in that relationship.
If the person don't support you, every time you bring ideas about your goals, they just bring you down and make you feel like you're not worth it,
exactly.
or you're not even capable of doing
or
it.
Or somebody trying to sabotage your success, especially for those strong, independent women out there who are successful and they have their men, who are just trying to find their way.
Yes.
You're not getting that support from your partner because he feels some type of way. Because we African men have this ego, like a man has to be the boss and the woman. You know what I mean?
And some people don't get that in relationship. Your partner can be jealous of your success.
You break it down.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier on, it's a whole umbrella.
It is.
That's why we're saying based on your own emotions and based on your own experience.
One that makes you feel that you are unsupported, misunderstood, demand, attack, So it's give you a lot of samples or examples that you can relate on. That okay, maybe if I'm the kind of relationship, probably it's not many people watching or in the relationship they know what toxic means. You understand? So they thought that maybe I'm traumatized. What is traumatized?
Yeah, but you can be traumatized also by something that you have been through in your past life. You know what I mean? Because
Diana, not only that. For example, if a man is treating you bad at home, it's all in the circle of traumatizing because that person is not making you feel good.
Okay,
and that is toxic too.
Okay, let me give this example to you guys. Let's say, because I'm gonna speak on behalf of women, because some women, they don't know love when they receive love, because let's say for me, I have come most of my relationship, it's been like the other partner has loved more than I have, because I'm very conscious with myself, When I love with my heart. And that's why it's not easy for me to really open up and give myself. And also, I don't know, I'm very, very, very skeptical when it comes to guys, because I don't know if they're being real or they're playing. I don't know if you can relate to that, ladies.
Yeah. These days you don't know, man. You really don't know.
It's very hard to identify.
So for me, I feel like maybe that's my toxic traits. People be lying, but I think also that's something that we need to check ourselves on. Like what caused that? Because not all guys lies. Not all guys have bad intention.
Like
some guys come to your life to better your life, like you, Joe.
Okay.
Some guys come to your life
to
add, but because of your past trauma, or maybe you have met some, douchebags in the past, and you just think that okay, this gonna be the next,
It gives you trust issues.
Yeah.
My advice to all these young ladies out there is that if you are dating a guy and the guy is always on his phone, he cannot even keep his phone on the table like this.
Oh, he turns it around.
Cheater.
I'm not saying that he's cheating. No, that is no word from me.
Okay, what is it then? He's reading the Bible, Holy Bible.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Like I was telling to my daughter, I said, listen, you are beautiful. You don't need any other man to tell you beautiful. Me myself, I'll tell you you're beautiful.
It comes from there.
You understand? And because he said that, Daddy, no one has told me I'm beautiful. I said that no, you are beautiful. Very, very beautiful.
And for girls, it's so important for it to come from their dads, because they don't need to seek that male validation from other guys. Because now she's gonna grow that, hey, my daddy thinks I'm beautiful. She knows her worth already. And
let me tell a little story about that. Back in the days, I was bullied because we just came to Finland, and you know, there wasn't a lot of black people who was living in the village in La Peranta. And I used to be bullied a lot. They used to call me fat. They used to call me ugly. They used to call me whatever insult they can call me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was really bad. So one day I just went home to my dad. I was like, Daddy, am I ugly? My dad was like, he said me that. He was like, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. After that, when the bully comes to me and say you're ugly, I'm like, as long as my daddy think I'm beautiful, I don't care. You know,
Yeah.
so it really starts with the father.
See?
So it's important. All
Yeah.
fathers out there, remember to tell your daughters that they're beautiful.
But
because
it can
it's
also
very
it-
important.
It can also be bad. Actually, my dad spoiled me. My dad
No,
and my brothers.
that's never bad.
I think she meant it.
No,
can
I'm
be
speaking
bad.
my own
Yeah.
case. My own case, because
Yes.
in relationships,
Because you're expecting to
yeah,
be spoiled
more.
because your
Yeah.
dad is
I don't
spoiled.
think there's nothing wrong
yes,
with that.
My daddy made me feel like I'm a whole princess. My brother has
Well,
my
that's
name
good.
tattooed on his arm. So whenever I'm in a relationship, if they are not reaching my expectation, I'll be like, no, hell, you're going. You're gone.
There's nothing wrong with that. And that came from your father. Imagine
Yeah.
if it would have been like you would take just anybody in your life because you don't think you're beautiful. So any man that comes to you, you just open yourself to them because you would just want somebody to tell you're beautiful. Your dad did right. I think that's a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing, honestly. It's a beautiful thing.
Listen, as far as Joe, I'm concerned, every woman is beautiful.
Amen.
And
We
how-
are beautiful.
And
we
how do
always,
and how
yeah.
do we? My definition of
And
beauty.
every man is handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah, my definition of beauty is not about that.
You know, did you just roll your eyes?
Oh,
Never
no.
mind.
You understand?
Yeah.
I don't know. I see beauty from the character, attitude,
How you carry yourself.
how you carry yourself. Me, a woman, the most important thing, for me, to a woman is how you carry yourself, how you respect yourself. I don't care how you look. Of course, sometimes, it's a
Come
little
on
bit.
now.
I'm just saying a little bit. Taking care of yourself is important.
It's very
You
important.
understand?
No,
ladies.
I think
Yeah, so-
I understand what Joy is trying to say because guys,
Yeah.
of course, you always attract by how a person look,
Yeah.
but then like future wise, when you get to know that person, you actually want to know what they are, inside, what they
Yeah.
bring in the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
Yes,
being
darling.
quiet there.
Because I'm paying attention to what is going
What
on.
have you been? What have you like?
Like I said, everybody is having something to say, and it is important, and we are all different in our own ways. I've learned a lot, and also, like, whether we like it or not, there are some things that bind us: culture, tradition, religion.
True.
And so our mindset and the way we do our things are lean towards such things that control us unconsciously, and even our environment, and even our friends. And so these are things that help us, because we cannot be perfect in every aspect. You understand? And so for me, I am enjoying myself, actually. I'm
Okay.
enjoying myself.
Guys, since we talked about the definition of toxic relationship, I want to hear your own opinion. What the definition of a healthy relationship? How can you define a healthy relationship?
When you're skinny and you gain weight.
That's a good way. That's the African way.
I'm telling you.
I think a healthy relationship is whereby two of them are in the same rank. What I mean, the same rank, the same level.
Okay,
I'm
when they
coming.
sing together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Communication wise,
Mm-hmm.
ideas wise,
Mm-hmm.
respect wise,
Mm-hmm.
because it has to be a reciprocate situation here. So, if you are in a relationship and your partner respects you, respect your opinion, contribute, that to me is very healthy, because relationship without communication is bad, and that's a major fact in relationship. So if you have a relationship, you're out there, relationship is like that, salute.
Yeah. For me, I think like somebody you can call your best friend. Somebody like when something excited happens to you is the first person you want to call, because you know that they are going to be excited as you are.
Yeah.
Somebody who supports you and you support them, you love them,
That
like you
part.
care about them, and they make you feel so valid. Oh man, I don't know. I'm just kidding.
That's
You know,
the
I'm
key,
so
right?
emotional, man.
No.
But yeah, somebody who just makes you feel like, I'm just so in love, or somebody who makes you happy, like you have your other half, that person that you can carry with you like a handbag, your favorite bag.
You just described the best one, the best friend. Somebody,
Your
somebody
best
who
friend.
can be completely yourself and just allows you to be yourself.
Yes,
you
man.
know.
And somebody also that if you are with also, that okay, I'm not afraid. Security wise,
Yes.
everything's fine.
That they're not gonna break your heart. They have your heart in a golden box. Like, this is my treasure.
Oh, Diana and Enoch, what do you want?
Sure.
Could you guys add some?
Okay, so what both of them have said is absolutely right. I'll give an example that I assume that a child has closed from school and going home, and the first thing the child does is excited that he or she is going home.
That's my
Picks
daughter.
the bag, and the first thing is, I'm going home.
Yeah.
That is
That's
a
a very good
definition of a healthy relationship. And so if something happens to you and you want to reach out to the first person,
Yes, the first person.
whether you are happy or sad, the immediate person you are thinking about is because you cherish the relationship.
Yes.
My best friend is a woman, and she's the person who would hear my story. She's the person when I'm happy she'll hear, when I'm sad she'll hear. We quarrel. We do everything together because she's dramatic, I'm dramatic, and so like two dramatic people in one place.
Perfect.
And I enjoy what is going on.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't want to go to a place where before I'm going there, I'm thinking that will they accept me? Would they like me? I wouldn't want.
Yeah.
So it isn't a healthy relationship for me then. But if I'm going, like, you have to have a feeling that wherever I'm going to, they are going to receive me. Because love
and
language is
accept
very, I want to feel loved. And so if I don't feel loved, it's not healthy for me.
That's true.
I'm not staying there.
You keep it moving.
Yes.
Diana.
Yeah, I definitely agree with everything they said. It's when you feel good around a person and when you feel like your feelings are valid to this person. I think that's healthy.
I also definitely agree with you guys on that. For the viewers out there, because since this is the toxic episode, relationships, what advice do you guys have for the viewers out there who are in a relationship, who might be going through something called toxic, or let's say what Diana just said, abusive relationship, and they don't know ways or how to maneuver that situation? What advice would you have for the viewers? Would you advise them to leave,
Run.
seek help?
Run. Okay.
Maggie
Run.
said they should run.
Because that person might just damage you, and unfortunately sometimes we damage the next person who just want to love us because of somebody who already damaged us. You agree, right?
It is here.
Yeah, so just make sure that you love yourself, and just think about somebody you love. Let's say for your mom, would you want somebody to treat your mom like that? Would you So if the answer is no, then you shouldn't be in that relationship. So run. Okay, run.
For me,
Yeah.
Joe.
Joe is laughing.
Joe. Joe, I think Joe would be like, contact your pastor. Let's pray together. You know?
That's true too.
What Joe
Jesus.
yeah.
I don't believe in running. Okay. Me, I'm always opposite. I don't believe in running. I believe.
Let's say a woman
That's why
physically abused.
I want
yes.
to give two scenarios.
Please.
Then you understand what
Please.
I'm coming from. Other one is that when you got to the stage that you can't do nothing, then that is different issue.
Yeah.
Okay. But people find excuse to run away all the time. I'm coming. They find excuse to run away all the time.
Yeah.
And people also, it comes to a point that they have to go. You have to go. That one for sure. That I agree. But it's not everything. Then for how long will you keep going?
Until you find the right one.
Who is the right one?
You would know.
No.
You would know. God will send you the
No.
right
Yeah.
one.
And it's
Listen,
not your job to fix
There
that
is
person.
nothing-
Let the
I'm
person
coming.
fix himself.
There is nothing perfect or right.
There's nothing
We-
perfect or right, but when a
I'm
man
coming.
lift
Then-
their hands or a
then
woman
listen,
lift their hand,
you
that's
see,
a sign.
I give myself example. I can be nice, but I will never be violent. Baby, I have my simply do to piss you off. You understand? I'm human. As
And
far as
that's
I'm
toxic.
Human, that can,
That's toxic.
yeah, that can happen as far as I'm human. So, will you run away if I do those little things?
No, but that's
Yeah.
different.
No, people are different. That's why I give two scenarios.
Okay.
Some people run every little thing. And
But
some
we're
people
not toxic. Is not a little thing. That's the thing. This thing can damage your soul.
And also
Damage yourself. Anyway,
Yeah.
I
let's
understand
Joe
you.
talk.
I'm only trying to say
Okay.
that there are two ways.
Ain't nobody say you shouldn't fight for your relationship, but when the
Exa-
relationship is not
people
serving
don't
you,
fight. I know. I have, listen,
You were
Diana,
giving two
you see your
scenarios?
show.
Yeah.
This show you do. I told her we would talk. About 6 people have contacted me, explained their relationship, suggesting that we should have a relationship discussion. They're going to bring their partner here, and we
Dr.
have to
Phil.
dissolve.
I would love that.
You understand? I said we're going to talk about that. You see, and when I got to hear both sides, then I realized that the guy was just being insecure. Because the guy is nice, he's going to the gym, have the parks, and she complains. So these are petty things.
Okay.
You see,
But-
this is what I'm trying to
but
tell
wait,
you.
can I
that-
say
No,
something
wait,
very
Maggie.
small?
Wait, Maggie.
this one I'm always
Joe.
trying to tell you. There's problem. You just have to stay. You don't have to run.
Joe, listen. Right now, you have viewers who are listening.
Yeah.
What advice would you give somebody who is in a toxic relationship?
please, I think you need to define toxic relationship
Okay,
to
yeah,
Joe. I
what-
feel like
what-
you
a
don't
toxic
understand.
relationship.
I'm telling
Somebody.
you, I understand the
who
word.
is-
No, who don't understand the word toxic?
No.
I understand very well.
Because you're
I'm-
saying to stay.
No,
Can I say something
I'm
real
only
quick?
trying to.
So wait, Dana.
You
Wait,
come there.
wait, Dana.
My
wait,
advice
yeah.
to you is that if you're in a relationship whereby your partner downgrade you, underestimate you, and doesn't value your opinions,
Now you're
understand?
talking. Yeah.
you need to advise yourself
In what way?
in the way that is this good for you or not? Because everyone have to stay healthy. So if you advise yourself and you think that it's not the way that you want it, you have a choice to make. That's all I can say.
So, advise yourself. Either you should leave or seek professional help. That's what Joe means.
Hey, professional. Them said they have.
Diana,
problem.
you wanted to say something?
I don't know. I think we are kind of like misunderstanding toxicity with the
Yeah.
wrong person. Somebody can be a wrong person for you. This moment you can stay and try to fix that person. Like, okay, you are not the person I wish for myself, but okay, let's work on it. That's the moment you don't have to run away. You can work for it. But from the moment the things get toxic, the word itself say nobody should stay in a toxic relationship because then it will start landing to abuse. So from the moment you are seeing you, because sometimes the both of them, they don't see that their relationship is toxic. Sometimes people be like, why are you guys together? You are always fighting, arguing, beating each other. Your partner treats you bad, and the woman will be like, no, we cool, we have our moments, this is sometimes only people from outside can see they have a toxic relationship, but they themselves, they don't know, they don't see it. But from the moment you yourself realize that you are in a toxic relationship, you should absolutely leave.
But you know what? You know why we are strongly advising people to leave? Because we live in this generation that it's okay for us to leave, but now you have to consider those people who have been decades like married, African parent, let's say like that. I get what you mean. I get Joe. Joe, I get what you mean.
You guys weren't friends.
Joe gets what you
Now you're my
mean.
friend.
You're beefing.
Back in the olden days, it's just like you just have to handle it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because it's in our but
they
Joe,
didn't have no choice.
but Joe, they didn't have
They
no
didn't
choice.
have no choice.
They didn't have the knowledge to seek help.
No,
But now it's 2023. You have the knowledge to seek help. Look,
Amen.
wait, before I finish.
Yes.
You better
Look at
preach.
this gospel singer, the Nigerian singer who just died because of abusive husband.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she was what? She was dealing with that for many years. Because of what?
God
because
will
God,
do.
no. I'm not done yet. Let me finish my
God will
topic.
make a way.
God will make a way, huh?
Yes.
Now she's in heaven.
Now she's in heaven.
Now she's in heaven.
Listen, that kind
But
of,
if
that
she
kind of
would have-
relationship, that kind of relationship,
Joe.
like I said, me, I will run.
Joe.
Yes.
She did. But the people keep telling her, go back, go back, go back,
It's a
go back.
society.
So I'm telling you, my viewers out here, you know what I mean? Please, know your worth. No matter how many years you've been in a relationship, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. But know that if that relationship is not serving you, if it's not making you happy, and the person is being abusive, it can be a woman or a man, please do yourself what best.
And you know when
You
it's
can
not
leave.
right.
You can seek professional help
I have a problem.
or counseling,
I have a pro-
therapist, whatever you need to do.
Coast, I have a problem.
Yes.
I maybe my relationship is toxic. So
That's why
on.
he couldn't recognize it.
No,
Now he knows. Confession.
I think Joy is toxic.
no. Listen.
Confess.
Diane,
Yeah.
This is beautiful show. All of us sitting here, we all have our different opinions and all matters.
And that's what I wanted because we
Yes,
all
it's
different.
all
Yeah,
matters.
experience it.
You know, we all cannot agree
No.
on one thing.
No.
The conversation will not be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, don't get me wrong. Okay, if you are in a toxic relationship, I'm just being opposite. Diana knows, that I'm always like that. All I'm trying to say that if you are in a relationship whereby your partner is treating you bad, you know what to do. We will not tell you.
Don't think of your mom or your relative or what people gonna say, what people gonna do this. Don't think about all of that. Think about what do you want to do.
No. And any man who will marry my daughter in future, you have to be careful because I have a huge bazooka. Blow your mind.
What's a bazooka?
Bazooka
It's
is a huge
thing.
gun that if I shoot you with it, it opens the bag.
I'm gonna give Enoch the stage. Ladies, we have few seconds left before we finish our lives. So please advise the viewers out there.
Okay.
What
So-
advice would you give the
So, viewers, like I
Yes.
said initially, because I'm not an expert in relationship, but I would want to share my opinion. What I would say to you, if you are in a toxic relationship, the fact that you know you are in a toxic relationship, it means that you admit you are in a place that you're not comfortable. And comfortability is a spectrum. For some, it could be 1, it could be 10. The level of the comfortability or the discomfort is what you should focus on. If you want to leave because of the miscomfort, leave for your own safety and your mental health. What the positive thing is that if you don't leave and you stay in it, you become so used to toxic relationship in a sense that if you eventually break up and you meet another person, what you'll be doing is to push that toxic relationship you have been in to the next person. The next person suffers because you have always been in a toxic relationship. How beautiful
like a
would it
domino
be
effect.
if you are in a relationship that is so sweet? But why would you want to be in a relationship that is always coming with confusion? I'm talking to you knowing very well I am dramatic, but at the same time wouldn't want to be in a toxic relationship with my friend, my family, or my lover. I like the drama. I want everything because while the drama is going on, I'm getting ideas. I'm writing scripts.
He's gonna write a whole book.
Yes, I love it. But I wouldn't want to be in a situation where I'm suffering and I can't talk about it.
You lose yourself.
I
in this
am a sweet
relationship.
person. I do not want you to damage me. So if you feel that you are being damaged by someone you love so dearly, you know that what is going on in the bedroom, you enjoy it. But when you move out of the bedroom, what is going on is hurting you. Trust me. Find a place where you know you are enjoying the bedroom and you are enjoying your own self. Imagine that you are in a place where you enjoy yourself and you're enjoying yourself with somebody.
Oh, yes.
That is the focus.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, E.
Let me just say one more
Yes,
thing
please.
to people out there. This is not about like toxic. Okay, this might be toxic. Stop comparing your relationship to Instagram relationships.
That's another
Stop
topic.
comparing.
Yeah,
man. It's
Delusional people.
Exactly. You don't even know what those people are going through. So please.
Instagram is not real. Everything there is made for
Nothing is
for fake
real.
people and all that. So Maggie, your advice is people should stop comparing their relationship to Instagram.
Not even Instagram, to other people's
other people's
relationship.
relationship.
Like just focus on you and your partner, man.
Okay, and then for
Stop
those
telling your
who are
business
in
out there.
toxic relationship, what would be your advice for that?
Oh, I already said run. You better run.
She said, "Run."
You better
Run.
Oh, and
You
also,
better not look back.
And also,
Yeah.
like, think about somebody you love dearly and picture them in that situation that you're in. Would you want them to be in that situation? If your answer is no, then what are you doing?
Exactly. Thank you,
So yeah.
Diana.
Yeah. My
Well,
advice is to first of all pay attention to the signals. You may be the toxic one, not the other person. And when you see that it's so toxic that it's almost landing, like Joy say, sometimes you gotta fix. If you feel like you want to fix, nobody can stop you. But from the moment it starts to turning into abuse, run.
you better run and save
You
your
better
life.
run.
You better
Be-
run.
be-
Catch
better
a fly.
run.
Fly.
No, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Diana.
Thank you
And
so
Zena, everyone who was here. Thank you for coming. My advice to you viewers out there, for those who are going through it, who are in a relationship. I know you must have been in a long relationship and you don't have the confidence to leave or start over, because nowadays it's really hard to really find somebody new and start all over dating life
the
and all.
fear.
Some people are just used to that person, so they have to deal with that. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, I will never find somebody better than him anyway, so I better deal with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just know God gave us a precious little life, short life to live. If you are a mother or a father, put yourself in that situation. Would you want your daughter or your son to go through what you're going through in that relationship? If the answer is yes, then stay in that relationship. If the answer is no, please make sure that whatever decision you make as a parent, it's always going to affect you as a parent and your kids. Me as a mom, any guy that I'm dating, definitely I'm thinking about my kids first. You know what I mean? Because if I will allow that, that means that my daughters will have to allow
They are
that
watching
abusive
it.
relationship. They're gonna watch that. So please, viewers out there, like I said before, we're not experts. We're just here to share our own opinion about toxic relationship, and I hope this message helped one or two people out there.
Hopefully.
So this was Chat with Miss D, your host Miss D.
Oh, I enjoyed this though. Hey.
Thank you
nice.
guys. Stay tuned for next week. Another episode, spicy and juicy one.
Stay tuned.
Let me play some music.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Just
Yeah, at first I was so nervous, but I can hear you guys. I can hear you guys. You can, so you can.
Okay,
it's okay. Just be I really enjoyed it.
No, right.
don't
It was
need to-
nervousness.
I
Yeah.
was nervous because this is my first time, but
I was actually shaking.
Yeah, she's coming. She has to.
We got it done. Yes. We did it.
Yeah. Let me wrap up for you 5 minutes.
Interview.
that's how I think so.
She is.
So I like the way you think. Okay. No, he's just gonna. Sorry, what you guys gonna do after this?
I was thinking we should go get like wine or something.
Let's go eat.
I have jollof rice at home waiting for me. I just want to get a glass of
You're
wine.
hungry? Okay, you guys, let's go to that restaurant. The restaurant. Is it open? I'm asking you. You better check on him right now. Should I text him?
Let me see.
Text him, please. This is my Kenyan baby is hungry. Keep proper.
Oh, everything is going on live.
Yeah, we can do wine and dinner. Joe, how many minutes?
You have 5 minutes, so I have to wrap it up for you.
Yeah, please wrap it up.
Yeah, first of
So
all, I
can you
just
say that, if you're looking for
first your headphone, please.
okay. It's not now. I'm gonna call you back.
Yeah. Yeah, first of all,
They heard all the conversation what we had just now.
Oh, okay.
all right, okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Thank you, ladies. Chat with Miss D.
Hey.
And First of all, I just want to apologize for the Facebook comment. My host was so caught up with the conversation going on here, so she couldn't read your messages. But she promised next time she's going to read all your messages.
Used to this though, be like testing, is this on?
I'm not joking. I'm a guy
JC Radio coming live to you straight from Helsinki. Okay.
Yeah, you got it, girl.
I'm a natural.
First of all,
I know they blow.
I want to thank Diana for passing through this toxic relationship. There is an amazing topic, and I'm really grateful for this honest topic, Mr. Enoch Jesse, all the way from Tampere, Johnny Jesse Radio. Big shout out to you, Makame, all the way from Tampere. Sorry, La Peranta.
La Peranta.
Yeah, La Peranta. I used to live there before. Big shout out to you, Diane.
Yeah.
And Jason Radio is happy to have you here. Yeah, I just want to say that all of you have done an amazing job. Expensive, contribution.
I'm on fire.
Diana, magnificent host.
My family.
She know what she's doing. She's doing her own thing. I'm just wrapping up for her. She always make me wrap up for her show.
Because I'm what? Queen.
Yeah, she's the queen. She don't wrap up show.
You better give her her crown.
Exactly.
Yeah, so if you see, so if you see these beautiful, incredible people sitting right here, they come very far away, And Jesse Radio, when you are here like that, oh Charlie, we give you guys water. Oh. We apologize, I mean, water is life, though.
Look at the face. Look at Enoch's face.
Don't worry about that. We whiskey. I don't drink whiskey. Yeah, Mr. Enoch.
Boss.
So, this is a wrap up. How do you see the show?
I
Your
have
feedback?
enjoyed myself. This
Okay.
is the first time of me coming on the radio.
Okay.
I've never done this before. I've actually been a person that I'm so shy of the way I sound. I've spoken to many people and they have in fact helped me, and so I enjoy myself. I like this. I'll do it more often when I'm called upon, and in
Okay.
the future when I come to sit behind and do better things and great things, you will know that it began like this.
All right.
So I always want to recognize the first beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Everything.
Good thing you did do to me. You sweet to me for body. She a loving fee follow me. Wow, 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 wow. Get your bullet, make her go crazy. I'ma get see sure for me. Say make her withdraw money.
On the man.
Oh, the man no good and great. Make a carry it.
This is Marvin Records.
Find you for
Overdose. So if you are overdosing in a relationship, just forget whatever I say, She knows them always opposite. So that's relationship that the overdose is just too much, and you can't keep swallowing them. You might, it might take you somewhere you don't want to be, in the mental office. Yeah, Makebe, how do you see the show? Your feedback?
Wow, I actually enjoyed myself, like said. It was very nice. I was nervous in the beginning.
I don't cut you. Listener, she's part of JC Radio. Enoch Jesse is part of JC Radio. These two individual people, they are just running away for running sick.
I have a lot on my plate,
And
Joe.
I have to say it live because I want them to be active.
and that you say that
Now they are like, Joe,
Let me
Joe.
explain.
And my member Enoch, my boss called me. My boss called
You're in
me.
trouble.
My boss said, Joe, I want to do Gist Fantasy. Hey.
Baby, now you matter. I see no day, yeah.
Hey. Charlie,
We have to call him Mr. Enjoyment.
Yeah, the guy called
Mr.
me.
Energy.
The guy called me the Joe. You know, I want to do this. I was like, Gist Fantasy? Hey, this one here. Me a tease the guy, they can come, they can talk, say we go do concern gossip. We get the gossip people for here. But I mean, watch out for him. You know, I understand, you know, due to work schedule and all that. Watch out for him in Jazz Radio. He's coming up next month with a fantastic program. Makeme is coming on Jazz Radio next month. So watch out for these amazing diva people. Yeah, Diane.
Yes, baby.
No, Diana or
I'm
Diane?
Princess Diana.
She's
We have the
princess
same name.
and
She's
I'm
the queen.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's my baby sister.
I'm the Princess Diana.
Okay.
Princess.
Oh, if I enter your motor, pim pim pim, pim pim pim, I could make you to shout, pum pum pum.
Hey, pom pom.
Literally.
Me I know to like you for my. Say now you I want show my mama, 'cause I'ma put you in a brand new bima. She go like be my shima.
As you heard the song, if I enter your motor, bim bim bim. That's what the most of the ladies would like.
Unfortunately, that's what's going on in this world.
Princess Diana.
Yeah.
What's your feedback on the show? I know you come on board a bit in the middle, or probably almost done.
Yeah.
And I know you were sitting here in the beginning, so you heard everything that is. Yeah, I want to know your feedback.
I literally enjoyed it because I've been learning things also different.
Just a minute. Do you hear that? I literally. Wow.
Yeah, it's good.
That is not British or English, you know, literally.
And she was concerned about her English. She
The
sounds
word,
so good.
the word keeps singing. Yeah, please, literally, yeah.
Yeah, it was good to hear other people's perspective and point of view. So
All right.
I really enjoyed it.
Beautiful. Yeah, let's go to the host.
Feedback?
Yeah, you are the host.
I don't have no feedback. I'm waiting for you guys to give me feedback.
So you heard. No, I'm not saying your feedback. Now all the people have given you feedback. I give my feedback. Then now you give.
I am so happy to have all of you guys
Yeah.
here. You know, each of you guys. This is why that was actually a vision of mine, because they're all different individuals, and I wanted to hear their own perspective on how they view toxic relationship and all that good stuff. And I believe that we had a good content tonight.
Do you hear?
Do I sound too sexy?
Oh. Yeah. Where is this conversation going? I need to know. Where is this? Where is it going? Better take it to church.
Thank you, Eve, for coming all the way from Tampere, and thank you, Maggie, for coming all the way from La Perante, and Diana, my next door. Ego, my neighbor almost.
You guys are so similar. I don't understand.
I think it's a Diana then. Princess Diana just did like
her energy is like on your
so
guys.
yeah, and I hope that the viewers actually, did enjoy this episode of, toxic relationship. As you know, Chat with Miss D, we say it like it is. So
no filter.
don't take it personal. We are just sharing our own personal perspective on what we think is toxic.
Okay.
So please, as we said earlier, if you know you're one,
when
never too late.
Actually, when is your next show?
Next week.
Next week when?
I'm gonna continue on Monday. Actually, I'm gonna come. My dad is gonna come with me.
Ooh.
Dad, and then Frank,
Also,
Ghanaian brother. We're gonna continue about
Frank Yanko.
Yes, topic on depression and anxiety, because we would like to hear from male perspective on that.
But I think also, okay, if to me, this platform here, right? You has to have something called the episode of toxic relationship, maybe for 3 or 4 times.
We will definitely have
them,
Zena and I'm definitely gonna have
so because
this cast again, plus Zena.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna.
She can actually join, and
Reschedule.
we can figure how she can be on the panel.
Don't throw her under the bus like that. You gotta ask her privately, you know. Like
Oh.
the lady.
You in it?
Yeah,
Joy's
she's a
like that.
lady. Yeah. Joy just like you are in. You are
coming
in.
next month.
You gotta ask.
You
You
know,
gotta smooth it, you know.
She knows me very well.
It's okay, boss.
and I'm one person that I always want people to stand up for themselves, because you said your English is, you should mind your English. It's not that good.
Yeah.
But you use the word literally.
He's not gonna forget this. Trust me.
And actually about Diana, I wanted to mention I'm actually do watch your TikTok sometime, and I'm really proud how she stand up as a black woman. You know, that I don't know if you want to say something about that, but I have been watching, and I'm very proud as a black sister. Keep educating those white, you know what, people. Okay,
TikTok
because
is toxic.
yeah, it is toxic, but she's built for that.
Yeah, she is.
She's built for that.
I was there. I almost cried.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Where you original from?
Angola.
She's Angola.
Angola.
Yeah.
So do you speak Swahili?
No, Portuguese.
Oh, only Portuguese.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That is beautiful language, and a very Asian one too. Yeah. First of all, this is a very amazing show, and just radio. Everything we do here is educative program. We don't come here just to come and see it because the studio look nice. This is nothing without the people. And Diana is a kind of person that she always wants everyone actually to have a healthy relationship and healthy mind and healthy, everything about human have to be healthy. So she cannot do it alone. So she said I should thank all of you for your time.
We got you.
And the effort that you are making all the way from La Perenta, Tampere.
Of course, I'm always going to be
And
here.
all the way from Portugal.
all the way.
And, that is beautiful. We are very, very grateful. And I wish you the best of luck this weekend. Have fun. Big shout out to you. Good Blood, it's your birthday. We are coming to Fontana. I'm part of the DJ. So
we have the one and only
MC.
MC
The one and only one MC is in the black. So watch out for Good Blood birthday bash tonight. And I'm there. I'm playing as well. And I think
we're coming.
Yeah, we're coming. You coming?
I don't know if I'm coming. Or
No,
Yeah,
we are coming.
Makame
We
is
are
coming.
going.
Yeah,
Makame is coming.
Yeah.
Makame is coming.
See, what happened was
Do nothing. We are coming to represent DJ Good Blood. We are here to
happy
represent.
birthday.
Tonight at Fontana. Oh,
It's gonna be lit.
Good Blood, DJ Good Blood.
Blood good.
One thing I like about Good Blood,
He got good blood.
He's really good blood.
he has a good blood.
Yeah.
And his choice of songs, he carries the people. And he spoke my language to me, like he spoke Ghanaian language. You speak.
He was mesmerized by some Ghanaian ladies in the past.
Diana,
is just straight out.
Diana, that is another topical.
Diana is spilling the tea.
Ghana women's.
But
I was in
DJJ.
Ghana. That's a
Yes,
different
sir.
story. Ghana women's. Anyway, you guys are blessed. That's all I have to say. Shout out to all my Ghanaian friends.
But tonight is going to be a beautiful night.
Yes.
If you are listening to me and you live in Finland and you live in Helsinki, please.
Fontana is the place to be tonight.
My goodness. I'm in this because I'm a warrior. I'm in this outfit because I'm representing. I'm doing this for Kenya and Tanzania.
Hey.
Come, let's have fun. Because tonight this blanket is going to be wet. What's
Hey.
Kucha.
Hey.
Kucha.
Hey. He's getting wild.
Where's the alcohol?
He's getting wild.
But it starts now.
He don't even know.
You know a beautiful thing. I don't drink.
He don't even drink.
I don't drink when I'm in the club.
No.
We eat it.
This is me. Hey.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey.
DJ
the vibe with you, man. You're just a whole vibe.
Thank you.
Yeah, you listen live, Jersey Radio. I'm just wrapping up for Diana Mansari. You just have to stay tuned. Adra is coming out with the Celebrity Lifestyle Show. And today the interview is live on Jersey Radio on Facebook. And
I was trying to watch the live on Facebook, but
the person is gonna be like a episode. Episode is a dancer artist and it's celebrating in Ghana. So it's live. So tune into Jersey Radio 8 o'clock. That is 20 o'clock. Live on Jersey Radio, live on Facebook. Facebook, you can write Jersey Radio or in caps. And also on our on YouTube, you can also write Jersey Radio TV. Also all in caps. On Instagram, we are not live yet on Instagram. Very soon we're going live on Instagram. But we're live on our website, www.jerseyRadiolive.com. And on Facebook, Jersey Radio all in caps. And YouTube, Jersey Radio TV. So till we meet again till 8 o'clock. Sharp. The Celebrity Lifestyle Show with Adra Osei. You know, she's going to interview live here. So we meet again. This is Chat with Mix D. I'm your hey.
I'm the host.
She's the host.
Yes.
And I'm the producer.
Yes.
You see, she's supposed to do this job, but she always put
You're
pressure.
so flawless. You're so flawless.
Pressure. She always said, Joe, you have to wrap up. I said, you gonna wrap up again? You know,
I just come and handle my business, and that's
the queen. We have to wrap up for the queen. Actually, you know, Diana, I want to take this opportunity to thank you because you has been a major support in my life since I came to Finland, and you always like fighting for me. Like I was like, this girl, she can't stop fighting for me.
Okay, don't feel yourself that much. I fight for you, but I am a person who fight for equal rights.
Yeah, equal right, but
equal
I'm
right.
different because how I see you, you know, like take my matter, you know, into your own hands, and like Joe, you know, I'm here. You understand?
Of course.
I'm just grateful and honored, and I just want to say thank you. And since I come up with this idea of this radio station, you know, from day one, you know, your time and everything is amazing. It's just tremendously. I'm grateful, and I pray that this whole atmosphere will never fade away. We're going to have a good vibes. I'm glad also Enoch Jesse also is on board.
Black Excellence.
And
you have Miss Kelva, Miss
Oh, yesterday!
Ajwa,
could you believe that yesterday she said I don't know how she did it, but 122 people were listening from our website from South Africa. That was great. And Makame,
from Finland to the whole world.
Yeah, Makame, Jersey Radio appreciate you, and we hope that soon you come up with your show. And you're an intelligent woman, and you have a lot to offer. Yes. You know, you don't have to look somewhere else. You know, look here. Jersey Radio is here.
I am.
All right. You're
beautiful.
I
have a lot on my plate, Joe.
Yeah, I know, but you know,
take your time, baby.
You have to.
I'm here.
You have to release. You know, release.
Okay, wrap it up.
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh no, wait. Let me inform people. By the way, my fashion line is coming up in 5 months.
So
if you guys could follow my page on Instagram, that would be nice. It's makeme.fashion.line. So that would be nice. Stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned. I'm gonna bring out my summer collection.
Can't wait.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, all the listener, all the people watching from Facebook. The host has already apologized that she's sorry. She was just caught up in the moment that she couldn't read your comment. Next time she's gonna involve all of you to the conversation. Apologies, please forgive us and forgive Jersey Radio. All right, guys. Let me leave you guys. Thank you so much and have a great weekend, and I will see you guys later.
In a Maserati, take it baby easy. Fine boy like you easy. You won't kiss somebody, pẹ̀lú sweet melody. Normally, oh, ojoojúmọ́ là ń ṣayé, oh, luckily, oh, mo lówó tí mo fẹ́ ná, me, I just want to be high, be high, be high. Me, I just want to be high.